This university is the oldest in Australian continent, has produced 8 Australian Prime Ministers, 5 Nobel Prize winners, and is a part of the prestigious group of 8 universities. QS ranks this university 18th in the world overall and 4th globally for graduate employability. Today we are talking about the University of Sydney, also called USyd. Hi, my name is Saket, and if you want to study at this university in Australia, stick until the end, as we are also joined by Nikhil Nayak, a student at University of Sydney, to help you with your application. Also, I'm dropping a link to his winning SOP in the pinned comments and the description that helped him secure his place. You can use this SOP as an inspiration to draft yours for USyd or any other university you are targeting. Let's start and get to know Nikhil a bit.
I finished my Bachelor's of Technology in Mechanical Engineering in Mangalore from Srinivas University, and currently I'm about to finish my Master of Professional Engineering Accelerated Mechanical in the University of Sydney, Camperdown campus.
Question 1. What programs can I study? So USyd has 8 faculties which include Arts and Social Sciences, Business School, Engineering, Medicine and Health, Sciences, Architecture, Design and Planning, Music and Law that offer a range of UG and PG programs. UG degrees are usually 3 to 4 years in duration and PG degrees are 1 to 2 years. So there are 2 intakes available, February and August. Nikhil tells us why he chose USyd. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, I applied to US and I applied to Australia. Why particularly University of Sydney is because it's one of the group of 8, and when it comes to Australia, it's always on top 2, and when it comes to world rankings, right now it's in world rank 18th. So for me, that was a major point because it's a research-based universities, and if you're planning for academia, that would be a plus point. And they have very good accreditations as well, that's why.
Question 2. What are the entry requirements and the documentation? So for UG, I would recommend 80 to 85% plus in 12th grade for most courses, but some courses may demand higher scores. For PG, 60 to 65% is recommended in your bachelor's. For both UG and PG, minimum IELTS scores expected is 6.5 overall with 6 in each, but some courses may also ask for 7 or higher scores. USyd also accepts TOEFL and PTE. Documents required for UG will be academics, passport, English language scores, references, and a personal statement. PG applicants will require academics, English language scores, passport, CV, references, personal statement, and WorkX documents if applicable. Some courses may also ask for a portfolio or an interview as well. Nikhil tells us more about documents he had to furnish during his application, so let's hear from him.
While applying, you'll need academic transcript and a letter of recommendations, at least 3 from professors where you studied. And after that, if you have extracurricular activities, if you have participated in projects or other seminars or any other things, that would be great. And you need a full CV, which have your education, your work experience if you have any, all the skills you have, whatever it is, like a complete one. One more point, they also need your English proficiency. So for University of Sydney, they consider IELTS as a major one. So yeah, that would be good.
Question 3. What does the overall process and timelines look like? So for both UG and PG students, you can apply directly on the university website by filling up the application form and uploading required documents. For Feb intake, apply by December 1st, and for August intake, apply by May 15th. Once you apply, it may take any time between a month to month and a half to get your application outcome. Also, don't forget to download Nikhil's winning SOP for USyd from the description and the pinned comments. I'm sure it will be of great help. Also, let's hear from him more on his application timelines and experience.
So the whole idea was, when I was in second year of my engineering, I decided that I want to study further. So once I almost finished my 3rd year, then I started consulting who applied for us. I didn't apply by myself, so there was one organization through which I took help. It was free of cost, of course. So then I started collecting documents, and I applied when I was in my final year. So I applied, and it took me about 3 weeks. They sent me an unconditional offer letter. So usually the buffer period is about 4 to 6 weeks. But I guess if you have all documents ready, it won't take much longer, or else they'll be asking for additional information that could go a little further. But I would say if you have all the documents ready, hardly it takes like 4 weeks.
Question 4. What are the tuition fee, living costs, and if there are any scholarships? So the tuition fee for UG and PG range between 35 to 50,000 Australian dollars per annum, which is roughly 19 to 27 lakh rupees. For living, expect to set aside 30,000 Australian dollars per annum, roughly around 16.5 lakh rupees. Part-time jobs are available and will help you cover majority of your living expenses. The university also offers a range of scholarships, including part to full tuition fee. Now let's ask Nikhil more about tuition fee, living costs, and part-time jobs.
As per the university tuition fee, so when I was applying, that's 2 years back, I was in Feb 2023 batch. So at that time, it was $80,800 Australian dollars. But it's subject to change, which means since when I was applying, it was on 23rd rank. Since it came to 18, the semester fee got increased by a little. So it can change. So it's good you have roughly 5 to 6 lakh extra by the end of your course. Like it might change a little. And when it comes to living expense, so since I live in Sydney, somewhere very close to the city, so as a rent, if you want your own accommodation as a separate or something, you would need at least 380 per week, just the rent. And if you consider your water bill, electricity bill, you would need per week at least $50 to $60, and also the internet. And groceries, I would say maybe $60 to $80. So total, I would say you need per week around 500, I would say, if you live close to city. So once students land, I would say getting into hospitality is quite easy and it's very flexible because throughout the week you'll have your university assignments, this, that. So the free time would be your weekends. So most jobs, if you want desk job or something, it's quite hard. They'll ask you to work for them throughout the week, mostly 9 to 5. That's when the office hour works. So I would say go for a hospitality. That would be very flexible. You'll get night shift off for like 8 hours or something, and the pay would be really great, around 30 on weekdays, 35 on weekends. That's good. But the one thing I would suggest is keep yourself some money. So once you reach, you can do this RSA kind of course, which allows you to deal with alcohol. So most of hospitality, like events or restaurants, have a thing where they sell alcohol or you have to deal with alcohol. And having a RSA is very important and a mandatory thing, or else you'll be heavily penalized. So get some money, do that course. It costs around $160, $150. So once you get that, you can start applying for jobs and you will get a job very easily.
So that was for today's video. Let me know which other university you'd like me to cover in the next one. And before you leave, don't forget to download Nikhil's winning SOP from the pinned comments or the description box. Thank you for watching and let us catch up in the next one.